Pyrotechnic, pertaining to fireworks or their manufacture. Pyx, a vessel or casket usually of precious metal in which the host is preserved. Quackery, charlatanry. Quadrate, to divide into quarters. Quadruple, to multiply by 4. Qualification, a requisite for an employment, position, right, or privilege. Qualify, to endow or furnish with requisite ability, character, knowledge, skill, or possessions. Qualm, a fit of nausea. Quandary, a puzzling predicament. Quantity, magnitude. Quarantine, the enforced isolation of any person or place infected with contagious disease. Quarrelsome, irascible. Quarter, one of 4 equal parts into which anything is or may be divided. Quarterly, occurring or made at intervals of 3 months. Quartet, a composition for 4 voices or 4 instruments. Quarto, an 8-page newspaper of any size. Quay, a wharf or artificial landing place on the shore of a harbor or projecting into it. Querulous, habitually complaining. Query, to make inquiry. Queue, a file of persons waiting in order of their arrival, as for admittance. Quibble, an utterly trivial distinction or objection. Quiescence, quiet. Quiescent, being in a state of repose or inaction. Quiet, making no noise. Quietus, a silencing, suppressing, or ending. Quintessence, the most essential part of anything. Quintet, musical composition arranged for 5 voices or instruments. Quite, fully. Quixotic, chivalrous or romantic to a ridiculous or extravagant degree. Rabid, affected with rabies or hydrophobia. Racy, exciting or exhilarating to the mind. Radiance, brilliant or sparkling luster. Radiate, to extend in all directions, as from a source or focus. Radical, one who holds extreme views or advocates extreme measures. Radix, that from or on which something is developed. Raillery, good-humored satire. Ramify, to divide or subdivide into branches or subdivisions. Ramos, branch-like. Rampant, growing, climbing, or running without check or restraint. Rampart, a bulwark or construction to oppose assault or hostile entry. Rancor, malice. Rankle, to produce irritation or festering. Rapacious, disposed to seize by violence or by unlawful or greedy methods. Rapid, having great speed. Rapine, the act of seizing and carrying off property by superior force, as in war. Rapt, enraptured. Raptorial, seizing and devouring living prey. Ration, to provide with a fixed allowance or portion, especially of food. Rationalism, the formation of opinions by relying upon reason alone, independently of authority. Raucous, harsh. Ravage, to lay waste by pillage, rapine, devouring, or other destructive methods. Ravenous, furiously voracious or hungry. Ravine, a deep gorge or hollow, especially one worn by a stream or flow of water. Reaction, tendency towards a former or opposite state of things, as after reform, revolution, or inflation. Reactionary, pertaining to, of the nature of, causing or favoring reaction. Readily, without objection or reluctance. Readjust, to put in order after disarrangement. Ready, in a state of preparedness for any given purpose or occasion. Realism, the principle and practice of depicting persons and scenes as they are believed really to exist. Rearrange, to arrange again or in a different order. Reassure, to give new confidence. Rebellious, insubordinate. Rebuff, a peremptory or unexpected rejection of advances or approaches. Rebuild, to build again or anew. Rebut, to oppose by argument or a sufficient answer. Recant, to withdraw formally one's belief in something previously believed or maintained. Recapitulate, to repeat again the principal points of. Recapture, to capture again. Recede, to move back or away. Receivable, capable of being or fit to be received, often money. Receptive, having the capacity, quality, or ability of receiving as truths or impressions. Recessive, having a tendency to go back. Recidivist, a confirmed criminal. Reciprocal, mutually interchangeable or convertible. Reciprocate, to give and take mutually. Reciprocity, equal mutual rights and benefits granted and enjoyed. Recitation, the act of reciting or repeating, especially in public and from memory. Wreck, to have a care or thought for. Reckless, foolishly heedless of danger. Reclaim, to demand or to obtain the return or restoration of. Recline, to cause to assume a leaning or recumbent attitude or position. Recluse, one who lives in retirement or seclusion. Reclusory, a hermitage. Recognizance, an acknowledgment entered into before a court with condition to do some particular act. Recognize, to recall the identity of a person or thing. Recoil, to start back as in dismay, loathing, or dread. Recollect, to recall the knowledge of. Reconcilable, capable of being adjusted or harmonized. Reconnoiter, to make a preliminary examination of for military, surveying, or geological purposes. Reconsider, to review with care, especially with a view to a reversal of previous action. Reconstruct, to rebuild. Recourse, resort to or application for help in exigency or trouble. Recover, to regain. Recreant, a cowardly or faithless person. Recreate, to refresh after labor. Recrudescence, the state of being raw or sore again. Recrudescent, becoming raw or sore again. Recruit, to enlist men for military or naval service. Rectify, to correct. Rectitude, the quality of being upright in principles and conduct.